So I just realized that I have these fabrics. So I have a lot of one yard of fabric. So these three here, I just brought out these three for the sake of this video. I have a lot of fabrics like this. They are all one yard, and I've had them for a very long time. Some of them are even up to 6 months, 1 year, and I've not used them for anything because I just felt like, what am I supposed to use 1 yard of fabric to do? So I want to create a series where I'm going to be showing you guys every single time how to transform your 1 yard of fabric into something beautiful. So these 3 1 yard of fabric I have here, this fabric is so lovely. Can you see the color? Oh my god, I love this yellow fabric. And guess what, guys, this is my own creation. I actually created this fabric myself. Yes, you heard me right. I created this fabric myself because sometime last year, I think, was it around April, May last year, I came to Lagos, and I had the opportunity to attend like an adire training, so where they taught us how to make adire fabric, and this was one of the fabrics I made. Can you see how beautiful it is? And ever since then, I've not used this fabric to sew anything. I've just been looking for that particular, you know, dress or top or something that I can use it to sew that I know I'm going to be wearing, because this fabric is very, very like precious to me. This is my creation. I think this was my very first adire project in the class. So I want to use to make something that I will be wearing on a consistent basis, not just something I'll just make and dump somewhere. So that's why I'm not using it all this while. I already have a style in my head that I want to make with this one. It's just something very simple. So I think this is what we are going to be making in this video. In my next video, we are probably going to be, you know, working on this, and in the other upcoming videos, we'll be working on this material to make something. So I know you do not want to miss all the styles and all the tops of what I'm going to be creating with this one yard of fabric. So do want to follow us and turn on the notification bell so that when we post videos, you will not miss out. So that's it for the rant, guys. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys because I know I've just been behind the camera. Now let's go to the sewing table where we're going to do the cutting and the sewing. I want you to follow this video step by step. We are going to be creating something together. So at the end of this video, I will show you what I eventually made with this fabric. So guys, I have my fabric here. I'm just going to open it up for you to see how it looks like. It's not even up to 1 yard, okay? It's about, I think, 34 inches long. So we all know 1 yard is 36, but this fabric is about 34 inches long, and this is what we are going to be using to make a top. So after you're done opening up the fabric on the table, you're going to fold it together into 2 the way you see me do. So when you fold it together into 2, you're going to have this part to be looking like this. Can you see? So the same thing here, just fold it together into 2 and you have it looking like this. So what I did now was to fold it together into 2. I'm going to be folding it together again to make it a 4 fold. So fold it together again, just like the way you see me do, to give you a total of 4 fold. So after you are done folding it into 4, you will have it looking like a square, just like this. At this top area here, you can see how this part is looking like. That's where I will be using for the neck, and this other part here will be for the shoulder. So as for the length of the top, I'll place my tape on this shoulder area here. I will measure down. So what I have is a total of 22 inches, and for my top I want it to be 20 inches. So the extra 2 inches is for the hem, and this other side, which is going to be for the width, I have it to be 16 inches. So this part here, I'm thinking of putting an elastic band at it for it to serve as the sleeve. So I'll just cut it out like that. Now let's go ahead to do that. So here I have it to be 16 inches. So I'm just going to measure down about 11 inches for the sleeve opening. If you are from size 12 upward, you can make use of 13 inches. But for my case, I made use of 11 inches. I'll just add extra ½ inch for sewing allowance. So here is where I'm going to be putting the elastic band, okay? Now for the width of the top, how wide I want the top to be, my bust measurement is 36 inches, but because this is supposed to be a free top, I'm going to be making use of 42 or 44 inches. I made use of 42. If you're of a bigger size, you can make use of 44 or even 48 inches. It depends on how big you want it to be on you, but this 42 inches can actually size a size 16. It can fit a size 16. So what I did was to divide the 42 inches into 4, and I marked it, and I added extra 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So I just roll out the line. At the end here, what I have here, I'm going to take the exact same thing at the end of the fabric. I'm just going to roll a straight line down like this. So this part is not supposed to be sharp. I'm just going to curve it out using my hand. So I already said the length I'm making use of is 20, so this extra 2 inches will be for the hem allowance. So I don't need to touch the end at all. I'm just going to cut this part out now. So guys, after you're done cutting, this is what you're going to have. Now for the neckline, I'm making use of neck width of 3 inches. So no, irrespective of your size, 3 inches is perfect. Okay, so I will come down here by about ½ inch because I plan on sewing a band at the neck area, so I don't want it to be too deep at the back. So that was why I came down by ½ inch. So just go ahead and create a small round neckline with your curve ruler. So after creating the neckline, you're going to come down for your V neckline. I came down by 9 inches, so that's how deep I want the V neckline to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll it out the way you see me doing. After I was done rolling out the neckline, I realized that the way I folded my fabric, I won't be able to cut the front neckline separate from the back neckline. So I decided to open up everything. I want to refold it. So I'll just open up what I've folded. So pay close attention to how I open up everything. Then I'll fold it together, making sure that the sleeve area is folded together. Can you see what I did? I put the sleeve area together. I'm going to use arrow to point it for you to know where the sleeve area is. I put it together like that, then I arranged it. So after arranging, I will take it at the shoulder and at the neck area here, then I'll fold it together again. So you can see now, after folding it this way, the front and the back piece is folded separately. So I can easily cut out the neckline of the front and the neckline of the back separately. Can you see? So now just go ahead and cut out the neckline. So that's for the back. Then now I'll cut the V neckline of the front alone. So guys, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Now I'm going to be opening it up. I'll just cut it all the way down. I'll be trimming out about ½ inch. So just trim out about ½ inch. Make sure you are not cutting the two pieces. Make sure you are cutting only the front piece, okay? You can see I kept checking to be sure I'm not cutting out the back as well. So just trim it out like that, and you have it looking like this. So guys, after you're done cutting it out like that, that is it. So I'm going to be putting elastic band here at the sleeve area here. Then as for the neck, I have cut out this white piece of fabric that I'm going to sew to the neck. So I folded it together into 2, and being folded into 2, I have it to be 1.75 inches wide. So that's what I'm going to sew around the neck area. So you are going to open up your fabric on the table just like the way you see me do now. Then you're going to place the white fabric on it. So just place it from the end. So sew it across all the way to the other side. So after I was done sewing, this is what I had. I've gone ahead to press it down with my hot iron. I also weave it so that it will not fray. So I make sure I weave it. So now this is how it's going to look like. You put it on top of each other. It's going to serve as the button flap. Can you see? So now after doing that, the next thing you're going to do now is to work on the sleeve area. So I'm going to take this sleeve area to the sewing machine. I will fold it about ½ inch, and I'm going to sew it down. I will do the exact same thing to this other side. So this is what I had after I was done doing that. So instead of folding it, I just sew about 1/2 inch fabric to it, so that it will not reduce the length of the sleeve. So that was what I did. Now I cut out elastic band using 12 inches. My round arm is 11, so I cut it out using 12 inches, the extra 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'm just going to use my safety pin to put the elastic band through the casing that I made for it. So guys, now you're going to take it to your sewing machine to stitch it down, then you put the elastic band through this other side as well. After I was done stitching, this is what I had. I've done it to the other side. Now the next thing you're going to do is to join the sides together. So you're just going to place it together like this. You take it to your sewing machine, then you're going to sew it down. After you are done doing that, you're going to hem the end. So this is what I had after I was done doing that. I've joined it down and I also hemmed the end, and I've ironed it out very well. And this is what you will have it looking like. I've gone ahead to pin it together, so you can choose to use the remaining fabric to make a press button to put on it, but I don't think I have access to press button. I'm just going to be using any button. Now to create the button hole, I've already pinned it down because I wore it, and I pinned down where I want my buttonhole to start from. I'm just going to mark it with my chalk. So after you're done marking, I'm going to measure from that first mark. I'll come down by about 3 inches and make another mark for the second buttonhole. Now from there, I'll come down by another 3 inches and make another mark for the third buttonhole. So I'm going to be putting a total of 3 buttons. I'm going to go ahead and put make my buttonhole, then attach my button to the top. We are finally done with the making of the top, and you can see how pretty this top looks on me. So if you have 1 yard of fabric, don't say you don't know what to use it to do again, because in this series that I've created, I'm going to continuously keep showing you what you can make with just 1 yard of fabric. And the good thing is that this type of top is a one size fits all, meaning that if you are a size 6, size 8, size 12, size 14, 16, you can wear this top. You can see how big it is. So I'm a size 10, and you can see how it looks on me. So someone that is a size 12 can also wear this particular top. Someone that is size 14 and 16 can wear this top. So the bigger you are, the more fitted it will be for you. So I so much love my top, and I'm currently pairing it with this black trousers, black palazzo trouser. You can also pair it with a jean trouser. You can pair it with any type of pants of your choice. You can pair it with a white pants. It will go with this white design going up here. So guys, that is it. So if you love this tutorial, you enjoy the process of the making of this top, please do what to give me a thumbs up, and again, write something nice in the comment section, and also share this video with a lot of people so that they'll be able to see that having 1 yard of fabric does not mean it is a waste. So you can actually be able to use it to make a top and so many other designs that I'm going to be showing you guys in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. For now, stay blessed. Bye.